The federal government of Nigeria suspends Nigerian air project indefinitely, says project is fraudulent. Can you imagine? So this Nigerian air that had the Sirika and all of them in Buhari's led administration were flaunting. And at the dying minute when they were leaving office in May 2020, I think in April 2023, they went and brought, is it Kenyan Airways, to float it and to a partner to fly it. And it didn't work. The people returned their planes back to their country. They use almost how many million? Almost 100 million to do only logo. Nigeria. So who is going to pay for all this money they have wasted in this project now? And they have gone with very huge amount of money. How would Hadi Sirika and his cronies pay for this? Who will bring Buhari now to record on these things now? Wasted Nigerian money. Is now that knowing that it is fraudulent. Is Keyamo not part of this government? All these people saying that they are knowing now that it is fraudulent. Did they not know from beginning? What was their contribution? Did they call the government of Buhari to order and say this thing is not looking straight? I don't understand Nigeria who do all these things. So after now, how would they account for all the billions that have been spent in this project without even achieving it for once? The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, on Monday described the controversial Nigerian Air national carrier unveiled by the immediate past Muhammadu Buhari-led administration as a fraud, stating that it remains suspended indefinitely. Keyamo disclosed this while fielding questions from journalists during the second day of the ministerial secretarial update held in Abuja to mark President Bola Tinubu's 1 year in office. Keyamo declared that the Nigerian air project remains suspended, adding that it was anti-Nigeria. Giving details about that project, he noted that the national carrier that was supposed to be an indigenous project and one that was supposed to spark hope for Nigerians was flawed with a lot of secrecy and fraudulent activities. It was never Air Nigeria. It was Ethiopia trying to fly our flag. It was not Air Nigeria. That is the truth. It was not Nigeria. It only printed Air Nigeria. It was an Ethiopian airline trying to fly our flag. If it is so, why not allow our local people to fly our flag? Why bring a foreigner to fly our flag? So nobody should deceive you that Air Nigeria must be indigenous. Air Nigeria must be indigenous, must be wholly Nigeria, and must be for the full benefit of Nigerians, not that 60% of the profit is going to another country. How does that benefit us? It remains suspended. It remains so, he said. So speaking further on some of the steps so far taken to boost economic development in the aviation sector, Keyamo highlighted the commencement of cargo flight, noting that it will enable Nigeria to tap into the $6 trillion global cargo market. So we have agreed that we are going to resume cargo flights between Nigeria and Saudi Arabia. This has been suspended for a long time, but now cargo flights are back. Guess what? Air cargo trade accounts for 35% of the world trade deficit, and air cargo trade, according to the International Air Transport Association, IATA, attracts about $6 trillion annually, and we are missing. Within that sector, we were missing in many routes around the world, and we have achieved that, he said. So he added that the issues surrounding the second runway at Abuja's Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport were addressed within just 2 weeks of his appointment as minister, promising enhancement enhanced airport capacity and operational efficiency. Speaking further on his achievement, Keyamo confirmed that all trapped funds of foreign airlines have been cleared. We all know this issue was the issue of trapped funds of the international airlines. Their funds were trapped here because of lack of liquidity on the part of Nigeria, because of so many subsidies we pay with our foreign earnings. Also, foreign airlines were threatening to stop operating in Nigeria. Now, I must give credit to all those in the financial sector for this. We had to work closely with the CBN. We have to work closely with the Minister of Finance. We had to work closely with all of the ministers in the financial sector, and by our persistence, we are happy to announce that we have cleared all the trapped funds, he said. He added that the current administration, under his leadership as Aviation and Aerospace Development Minister, have made efforts towards prioritizing and assisting local airlines. So he disclosed that the move was to help the country take full advantage of its reciprocal right under the BASA agreement with various countries. So he added that the open sky operation with the United States have begun operation, explaining that Nigeria would begin to enjoy unrestricted number of flights to the U.S., deployment of any kind of aircraft on those routes and multiple entry points. Can you imagine? So I just hope that this one that Keyamo is saying, that they have cleared all the trapped funds of all foreign airlines in Nigeria, will be true. Because this is how this government will say something in just a few hours or few days, they will come and debunk it and say, no, it is not true. So now that Keyamo is saying that the Air Nigeria project has been suspended because it was Ethiopian airline trying to fly our flag, was a disgrace. I'm telling you. Okay? It was a disgrace. A very big disgrace. A very big disgrace. A very big disgrace. Now that Hadi Sirika is now being held tight by EFCC, let us see where this matter will go. Now it is obvious. Cases like this that is already known and obvious fraud, they don't need to do, just to pass judgment swiftly and put the guy in prison and then confiscate all his properties and all the money that he has looted. That is it. Very strict judgment to move on. Not that we'll be going to court until everybody is tired. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. In the comment section, somebody is saying, okay, got it right. Federal government suspends Nigerian indefinitely, says project was fraudulent. It was anti-Nigeria, was never Air Nigeria. It was Ethiopian Air trying to fly our flag. Just one amongst many disappointments of Nigeria by past regime that plunged the nation into complete mess, perpetual hardship, very bad. See idiots talking as all of them were not part of the previous administration. That is the problem. And that's the question I ask. Were you people not part of the previous administration? Didn't you know about this? But Festus Keyamo was part of last administration now that awarded the contract. That means he was part of the fraud. The thing that has to be, the organized laborer is not serious. The organized labor is not serious. How? What is the cost of feeding in Nigeria now? What is the cost of transportation, school fees, accommodation, etc.? If any party is not serious, it is Tinubu's, APC, and their evil administration that doesn't care about common man on the street. Okay, please, what happens to those perpetrators of the failed Air Nigerian project since it is fraudulent? Mr. President, shine your eyes. Hadi Sirika is in their custody. I just hope that that will be properly handled. But honestly, I think Keyamo is getting right with our air transport system. There was a scream like that before, that it was fraudulent. Now it is clear, and culprits must be brought to book, starting with the head Buhari, of course. PMB launched this project in London, even without office in Nigeria, pumped in millions of money. At the end, they hired Ethiopian plane, okay, painting it Air Nigeria, painting it Nigerian color with Nigerian flag. Very bad. Chai, Nigeria is full of surprises. Notorious fact. Just that everything goes here. APC accusing APC. Now, so the truth is, if the government really is serious, make them investigate the administration where on the level. Yes. Was there Air Nigeria? There was no Air Nigeria now. They said it was Ethiopian airline that was flying Nigerian flag. That was all. So thank you for listening. Let's have a comment. That is what is coming from Fréàùð Keyamo.